Hello and welcome to the Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast with me, clinical somatic educator and founder of Total Somatics, Heidi Hadley. The Somatic Movement and Mindset podcast has been designed to help you gain a deeper understanding to how your mind and body work. You will learn about your amazing mind and body and why over time you can feel pain, recurring injuries and poor posture. Within this podcast, I will teach you why this doesn't have to be your future or the norm for you. Would you like to learn how to reduce pain, move freely, and gain a new lease of life? Let's get started. Hello and welcome back. Now, just before we get started with this episode, if you're watching this on the Total Somatics YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you'll be up to date with every episode that's released. So in today's episode, I'm going to use a statement to you now, and then I'll develop it more and come back to it as we go through this episode. But your brain is physically connected to your immune system. You might think that's interesting, or let me delve deeper and explain why. And that's because in response to many of your questions, many are asking about Total Somatics, they're asking about Total Somatics membership, and they're also asking how Total Somatics movement, mindset and mindfulness can support people's immune function as well as their general health and well-being. So today, together, we're going to take a journey underneath our amazing skin. Because in recent years, there's been this field of science and medicine that has exploded with research, looking at the connection between your nervous system and your immune system. And we know, don't we, because of all these different episodes that I've released over the years, that within the field of somatics, we know that we are heavily connected emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. You can't separate your mind and body. They are intertwined. So whatever's happening in our headspace impacts our physiology, and whatever's happening in our physiology or within our body affects our headspace and our mental sort of well-being. And so what we've noticed in recent years, lots of research within the nervous system and the immune system, is that somatic awareness will facilitate immunoenhancement. So that's a really big thing to consider, because it's been established that major immune system organs like the thymus, the bone marrow, the spleen, lymph nodes, all of these are supplied by the sympathetic nervous system. And the immune system also contains neurotransmitter receptors. And what actually happens is there are some called catecholamines, and they are really specific neurotransmitter receptors. So we have this information already, but just to add a little bit more, the terminals of the sympathetic nerve endings in the immune system, they actually make contact with the lymphocytes. So that's the cells within your lymphatic system. So that's why the statement I said at the beginning, it really is quite literally that your brain is physically connected to your immune system. Isn't that extraordinary? So the thing is, what can we do moving forward with this information? Well, your sympathetic nervous system is heavily involved with your emotions, your reactions, and your energetic health. And your brain and immune system are connected. So if they're connected, that means it has an influence over our mind and our mindset and our internal narrative, all that sort of thing. Because when we're in a high state of anxiety or fear or overwhelm or stress or other fight or flight stress responses, this is being governed by the sympathetic nervous system. Now consider that. That's what's governing those actions. And that is also what is supplying to your immune system. So can you see something's happening here? So as we've learned in previous podcasts, that when we change the state of our nervous system, we can alter our perception and our behavior. And this in turn will start to create changes within our mindset. And so it's really well understood that there's this pathway between your mind and your neuroendocrine system. So that's your nervous system and your hormones. And that's what that's all putting together. And so your mind and your neuroendocrine system are heavily involved during stress. Whenever we've got stress, those two have got very well researched and understood pathways and connections together. So when we have psychological stress, when we have physiological stress, we create a steroid hormone called glucocorticoids, and that is created from your adrenal glands. And so that will go searching through your body, and it goes searching through your body. And what it loves to break up and eat is basically cells within your hippocampus, which are all to do with recalling, in memory, recollection, that sort of thing. So when we get very stressed, sometimes we have black spots in our memory when we try and recall something in a very stressful or traumatic time. And that's often because those glucocorticoids have literally they've eaten a lot of those hippocampal cells. So can you see again why it's so important that we start taking care of our stress levels, because it's going to impact our immune system. It's also going to affect cells within the hippocampus, which is within our brain for memory. So you can see everything's intertwined here. So stress generally creates what we would call like a down regulation of your immune system, or a suppression of your immune system. So we really want to look at how we can lift and create this vibrant, active behavior for our immune system. Rather than down regulating, we want to upregulate our beautiful and intelligent immune system. So it's so important, and we've covered this many, many times, but again, it's going to be very relevant to this episode. In order to take care of our immune system, to take care of our entire soma, we need to be very selective about what we eat, what we consume. And when I say consume, it's not just what we eat, but what we're listening to, what we're watching, what we're reading. Also, what we talk about, who we associate with. Are they upbuilding, or are they catastrophizing, or like energy vampires, or loving gossip, or looking for people's misfortunes and that negativity? It's quite it's actually quite damaging for our soma when we're in that kind of company, and that is not healthy for our immune system or our nervous system, and it's certainly not great for our overall mindset. But also, are we selective on what we focus on, what we personally talk about, not just listening to what others are saying, and also how we manage ourselves during stressful and challenging times? Because considering this is why we really need to, on a regular basis, do a self-analysis of how we are faring, because somas exist in time. Our nervous system is fluctuating all of the time. So we need to keep self-analyzing. Where are we? Are we allowing ourselves to get chewed up into drama and stress, or can we create a calm from within? Because now that we're starting to see that your immune system is being supplied by nerves from your sympathetic nervous system, that's the bit that speeds up and dials up and is involved in that fight or flight stress response, like go, go, go. Can you see that when we manage our stress levels, we are also managing our immune function? So if you would love to actually have even more strategies and techniques that you can adopt throughout the day, and you can literally put those strategies in your ears with headphones, for instance, or have a look at a monitor, on your phone or your tablet, wherever you get your information, I'd love to share with you the opportunity of joining the Total Somatics membership, because I will serve and support you as we go through these roller coasters and these challenges in life. At times when we least expect it, we get a curveball thrown at us, and it's how we manage ourselves in this situation. Because you'll hear me saying it many, many times, is there's chaos and just disruption and drama that goes around all the time, and we can't control that, but we can control what's happening inside of us. And so if you need those strategies and those techniques, and you just want to be in a community that's there to upbuild and support and discuss very positive, proactive measures, then please consider the Total Somatics membership. And in Total Somatics, I literally cover all areas of movement, mindset, and mindfulness. So if you go to totalsomatics.com, click on the Join Now page, and you'll see that there's the opportunity to leave your details on a wait list. If you do that, that would be wonderful, because whenever I open the membership doors, you will be the first to find out. However, if you'd like to start today, because it's so important that we start taking action as soon as possible, you still have the opportunity for me to support you with Total Somatics. So if you go to totalsomatics.com, click on the shop page, And there's a particular workshop that I would love you to consider, which really ties in with what we've discussed today. And that workshop is basically a 3-part workshop, which is discussing mindset, mindfulness, and somatic movement. And so it's the 3 pillars to total somatic education. If you check that out, it's at the very top of the Total Somatics online shop. And that is so cool because you can start today. And then if you want to join me and everybody else from all around the world in the membership at a later date, then you've already got a really good foundation. And then we can just move on from that and really tailor what you need to actually make some of those shifts and changes within your life. So I look forward to seeing you soon. And in the meantime, look at how we can start adopting total somatic movement, mindset, and mindfulness into your life so you can create a flexible and a resilient nervous system, which is going to cherish and take good care of not only just your immune system, but your entire mind and body. So until next time, all my love and my very best wishes. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.